Hey guys, welcome to Nuance. I'm Ian. We're back with more Daredevil Born Again. This is the technically two-parter, I guess, for this week, episode 6. I was a little kind of like overwhelmed at the idea of them doing 2 episodes in this on the same day, but with last episode being a little bit shorter, I'm feeling a little bit less so. Hopefully, this next episode isn't super long to compensate, but we'll see. Maybe they made them shorter because, or they're putting them together because they're shorter, or probably because of what's happening. It's kind of like sort of the mid-season finale. Anyway, babbling a lot. Last episode, we got a little bit more Daredevil from Matt. Very good, but very fun, but also just kind of like, maybe kind of like cringe a little bit inside, seeing the leg just reversed the way it did. But we ran into Kamala's dad, which is crazy. I was wondering why I recognized the guy, and the way they were like showing him, like just like, hey, this guy, you might know him. If you watched our other shows, it took me a second because I knew I recognized him. I definitely couldn't pin the face or pin who it was. And then, once he said his name, then I remembered. Got that. Matt dealing with the bank. He called the cops, or he had, I think he was talking to Kirsten, called the cops. Or maybe he was talking to Heather. Who knows? I feel like it was more Kirsten. Anyway, had her call the cops. He went there, bought time for the cops to basically do their thing. So he still did a little bit Daredevil thing, but he worked a little bit more so within the confines of the law. Like he was just more so buying time for the cops to make their move. So, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna see what became of the Irish dude that Matt destroyed in this next episode. So I guess we'll find out.
Is there law and order in New York?
My friend sent me this video. Yeah, check this out. Bro, look how crazy that is. Like, where do you learn that? Kind of looks like a swordsman. Swordsman? If you're
Hey!
Keep doing the good work because our cops here,
Jack.
much, so.
It's gotta be Jack, right? Is that his name, right? From Hawkeye? Dude, that'd be so awesome if you became vigilante. Uh-oh. That dude's body. Oh, okay.
Do thou make us by his intercession steadfast in the pursuit of justice, confident in that merciful goodness. Through Christ our Lord.
I just have to stay awake.
He's trying to stay out of vigilante for Foggy, but all the stuff that's happening with him not doing anything or not getting in the way.
Amen.
Just so you know, you have an unscheduled visitor in your office.
Was it BB?
There he is. Mr. Mayor.
What are you doing here?
Any way to greet an old friend?
Meeting with my editor, remember?
Oh, that's right, the congratulatory breakfast.
She's already putting the screws in me about my next book.
Well,
Oh, that's quick.
yeah, life of an author.
Well, if you need help spitballing ideas, you know where to find me.
Interesting you should ask. I've told you the premise, right?
Maybe?
Vigilantes. Why we revere the mask.
Why is that interesting?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, interesting.
Why is that interesting?
I think so.
To me, specifically.
To the 1.8
I know nothing about vigilantes.
until the end of the week.
Oh. Bisk. Reel it in.
Make it 2.8. 1.8 to Victor, and the balance to me, of course.
I think it's a fascinating question. What about a mask? Does it hide us and give us permission to do things that are legally and socially taboo, like violence? I mean, does a mask allow us to be our true selves, or does it strip away our identity and allow us to act like animals?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe, yeah. Maybe both.
You've represented a few, right?
What are you researching, me? Yeah.
White Tiger,
Out of
Punisher.
the game, old man.
I guess that's fair.
Stay out of it.
Well, I've been thinking maybe you would consider setting me up with someone like, I don't know, Frank Castle.
I don't
The
think,
Punisher. You want to?
I don't think they're in.
The Punisher.
This is getting complicated. Oh, brother. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. It's okay. It's not something that I feel like this isn't a subject we can just kind of talk way around and distract her from. I feel like she's very intent, and when she has an idea, she's gonna go for it and incessantly, research and go after. So it's definitely where the relationship starts to get a little more complicated and stressful to maintain without telling her the truth. And I don't know what telling her the truth would do for the relationship. So every relationships with a superhero or vigilante is very difficult to maintain when if you're not willing to, if you're not sure about telling them the truth. Like if they don't give you the sense that you can tell them, currently not, and you're wanting to continue being a vigilante, it's not exactly possibly the relationship that you should, pursue at the moment. Thank you for attending my superhero relationship counseling.
Right. The mural. I got bad news and worse news, Mr. Mayor.
I thought that we took care of this.
Turns out it's gonna be a lot tougher to get that down than we thought.
It's
Why is
blood.
that?
Well, look, I made a real good run at that wall. I got the biggest power washer because I didn't want to ruin the facade. So then I had to get this special solvent
Johnny,
from my guy
just
in Philly.
tell him what you told me. The worst news.
Oh, right, it's blood. The mural, it's made out of human blood.
Yeah, that's probably one of the reasons why he does it, because it's harder to come off.
Gallo in there now.
Your strategy.
Well, essentially poison council. Hi. So, 11:17 a.m. What is that? Third period? Fourth? History, biology.
English, actually.
Oh.
I'm getting 99. 104 if you factor in the curve.
Okay. Dang, girl. Yeah, that makes sense.
He was onto something, Matt. He was investigating something.
Someone's got to protect the streets. People are going missing. No one seems to care.
All right, yeah, you did mention that.
All those kidnappings were all close to the old Q line. The one they shut down. Track 61. I'm not going to them.
Right, fair enough. But what do you want me to do about it?
How about literally anything?
Okay.
Mr. Murdoch, attorney at law, big fancy office, here to help the little guy, right? Only on your terms. Because when the little guy puts something for real in your hands, you're all, no. That's fine. That's cool. My bad for thinking you cared.
It's not that simple, Angela. It's not how this works.
Okay, Matt, you got to do something, or she's gonna.
He's right.
Oh God, she's too young. You gotta be Daredevil, for the very least for her sake, man. Because she is gonna go after whatever this is, whatever Muse is doing.
Sound an alarm, and he could lay low for a while. He could wait us out. Then he'll come back harder and stronger. No, not a single word leaves this room.
There's no way to run a goddamn railroad.
When the sanitation department figures out there's a serial killer before the NYPD does. Maybe it's time to switch up the protocols.
Damn. Okay. Jesus, hitting right in the gut. Guys, what are you doing?
Hey, are you Muse? Is it cool if we take a picture of you?
Not a selfie though, just like artist, his work, you know.
Sure. Okay. All right. The word, the name Muse is going out though.
Vanessa, you know, politics, it's a different type of problem solving. Most of it is new to me, but some things, they remain unchanged. Find what a person wants, and either withhold it or provide it. And they'll do anything.
Not tonight.
It moves growth quickly. It's got a lot of horsepower, if you understand.
Most would say I'm the determining factor in that sector.
By simply being there and asking them for money, you're giving them all they care about.
Jack! Hey!
Reassurance of their supremacy.
These changes you're making with the police, this obsession you have with vigilantes, it's just not gonna work.
Whether you can do it or not isn't the issue here, Wilson.
You may have a seat at the table right now. For a couple of years, anyway. But the people in this room still decide who gets to eat. I suggest you don't lose sight of that.
Underestimate the people in this room at your own peril. They may not use garrots or cemented shoes. One phone call to the right person and, well, bye-bye, Gracie Mansion.
That's a threat.
No. It's a warning.
Nothing bad happened to Jack. Oh!
Guess we have to get you a new wardrobe then.
Is he getting bigger again? Is he becoming Kingpin again? Oh, does he know?
Jerry, what is it?
You're gonna hear about it anyway, but I'd rather you hear it from me.
Okay.
What?
I got a call from a guy at the precinct. Said there's a serial killer out there. They're going to a DEF CON scenario.
How many victims?
Currently 5?
Jerry.
8?
How many?
Upwards of 60, so they say. They've identified a suspect, though.
Who is it?
Graffiti artist, painting walls all around town. He paints with his victim's blood. Man, you gotta be straight with me, buddy. You gotta let this one go. Just let the police do their jobs.
Brother, you know that's not gonna happen.
These came straight from the forensic team, so.
Jesus Christ.
Man's obviously mocking the police.
We could use this. A task force. Handpicked by me.
This is every bad apple in the barrel.
Yeah.
It appears your officers have a subculture amongst them. People like to use the word
Punisher.
gang. I prefer motivated individuals. And due to the extreme nature of these crimes, this task force will have special powers and privileges. Like overtime. And no body cameras. That sort of thing.
Jesus. This is frustrating. This is really gonna push
City is in a
Matt.
crisis. A serial killer is roaming our streets. He needs to be stopped. You're victims of bad luck. Others, you've been a little overzealous. But all of you throughout your careers have shown initiative. Sergeant Cole North.
Yes, sir.
We lost it all. Tell us what happened January 14th.
I was responding to a call, possible drug activity in the park. Upon my arrival, I saw a guy hand an 11-year-old some oxy. The guy denied everything, so I encouraged him to tell the truth. Captain didn't see it that way.
Sometimes, when you need to get the job done,
Doing vigilantes. So now you're making
requires
vigilantes.
a little, well, creative thinking. I assume Gallo has told you that we have a serial killer in our midst. I want to be clear. I brought you here because of your skills, because of your ability to get results. Consider yourself founding members of my anti-vigilante task force. Look, this city is yours, and you're not gonna let some mass criminals take it away from you. Wasn't that right? Okay.
Oh, man. Frank, we're gonna need your help, bud. Oh, goodness. Angela, what are you doing? Angelica? What's her name? God, I feel bad. I can't remember her name. Oh, this is so not good. Did you, by chance, steal the amulet? Do you have the amulet on you? That would be very helpful in this situation. You know, your uncle had the amulet when he was doing this, and he got shot.
Call from Ayala, home. Answer or decline. Call from Ayala.
Hello?
Matt, it's Soledad. I'm sorry to call you Soledad.
No, Soledad, it's fine. What's going on?
It's Angela. She still hasn't come home.
Angela.
It's not like her. Has she been in touch with you? She told me she was going to see you, Matt.
911, what's your emergency? Hello?
Come on. Fuck it. Oh, sorry, Fog. It's like he's like done, and then also done with the. Yeah! God, that's such a good shot. Oh dear. Oh, I hate needles. I hate needles. Hurry up, Matt. Nephew. What? Matt, hurry up.
I can imagine that Vanessa would like for me to let you go.
Thank you.
Brother.
Thank you.
You have to fight for your right to live.
But that's a difficult thing for me to do. A simple tool. It can be a great equalizer.
Self-defense. Oh God, Matt, hurry up! God, I hate this so much. Jesus Christ, dude. She's not gonna have that much blood in her. Ooh, there's the music. Come on, Matt. God! Pop! Ooh. Can you fight, buddy? Can you fight? Doesn't look like you can. Maybe you can. Oh! Oh, Matt is. Knock him out. Hurry up. Hurry up. Stop the draining thing. Oh. Ooh, I like that we get to hear Adam's heartbeat. This guy can fight. Ooh, got armor, buddy. I got armor. Okay, I don't think it's the kid that we saw earlier. Oh my God, they're coming out of their retirement. That transition was so good. Yeah, you're not gonna get him like that. Oh, I last sneak up on him though, but he's still work in progress. I don't think so, buddy. Ooh. It's like he doesn't care. He's just letting it happen. He's just letting these hits happen. Ah! Oh God! Fisk is coming back. Kingpin's coming back. Just don't kill him, man. I mean, not that I would blame him, considering, but that's why you stopped. Such a cool ricochet. Matt? Okay, just... Oh! Matt? Just knock him out, Matt. Oh, God. Yeah, help her. Forget that right now. Just help her.
How did establish St. Ives as a judge in the midst of his brethren, making him a friend and advocate of the poor. Amen.
Damn it. Could have at broken his leg, but I don't know. How much time did we have to save her? It was like we just barely brought her back.
Daredevil?
It's okay. I'm here. Yeah. I'm here.
Well, I think they're both back. So, oh man, there was the first initial part where he the thing shoots. He shoots the Billy Club grapple and shoots towards Muse, and the first few moments of him kind of like jumping in like that were a bit, they were at very blanking on the word. They're obviously CG in that regard, but then following that, the fighting was so good. And seeing Matt like get like aggressive, like brutal in his fighting, is like more so than before. The way he went after Muse. Muse can fight. I don't know much about Muse. It's just like his whole shtick doesn't seem to like necessarily hint towards knows how to fight. But then again, he's also like taking people. I'm not sure his method of taking people is. Him overpowering a young girl is one thing, or a young child. But like he took out that one guy we saw the fourth episode, I believe, at the end of the fourth episode. And then was it the end of the episode? I think it was. I believe so. And then yeah, of course it was. This is because the fifth episode was this one today, 5 and 6. And then those two women who could have, if he didn't have some kind of fighting background, I feel like could have overpowered him. He doesn't seem particularly built, but he doesn't seem like scrawny either. So, and the way he fights feels like it's not that kid we saw that approached Heather at the book signing. I could be wrong though. Maybe the kid knows how to fight, but he seems more wiry than this guy, I think, or maybe. Well, let me see if I can. Again, it could just be also that they're doing a body double, and not doing a great job of finding the person that like fits their body the best, because they've done things to like kind of trip us up. There was not them specifically, but like it's happened to where people are trying to dissuade somebody from figuring it out immediately, but doing like the cheapest way of just like, let's just get a completely different body, built about a body build for it. Like with for those who haven't seen the CW Flash, spoilers warning. But the guy they got to play Zoom initially, and then when they I don't know if they had it beforehand, but like then when they got the Teddy Sears, I think his last name is, the guy that they got to play fake Jay Garrick, turned out to be Zoom, and their frame was very different. Zoom was a lot bigger. And then there's an Arrow. Spoilers here. Season 7, the guy, the one they got, I forgot what their moniker was originally, or in that show. I think it was like a Arrow copycat or something. I don't remember. But like they had the build of a guy, and like because then when it was revealed that it was Oliver's half sister, you know, and then they showed her in the suit, completely different. Like it's not you get not even like the excuse of like she was using padding or she was, you know, wrapping up her chest or anything. It was just like a different build altogether. Because then it's just even then, like after she's discovered, she's you know, more of a feminine form than if it was this other, the you know, than what we had originally thought it was some guy. Sorry, I'm trying to find the body of whatchamahoosit Muse. He's not. Yeah, maybe he's. I don't know. This guy moves with proficiency though. Like, I don't know. He's not like flailing necessarily, and like overextending or just like you know like slashing randomly. He seems to like have like precision in the way he moves. Again, I don't know anything about Muse, so if Muse is supposed to is known to fight, and I guess maybe it kind of has a little bit of sense. Like maybe he's surgical. He seems to know how to drain the blood from people efficiently enough. I mean, granted, it shows him just like putting in the syringe and then connecting the syringe or doing something like stabbing the thing into. So I don't know how much know-how he needs to have, but I feel like he has to have some kind of medical knowledge or something or other. I don't know. I'm spitballing here. I'm just kind of throwing crap at the wall here. But also we kind of we saw earlier on in the episode with Matt and Heather talking about, you know, her publishers, you know, basically he's prodding her on her next book already, that being on masks and vigilantism and stuff, and you know what masks kind of help them, maybe not vigilantism in general, but or as in actuality, but like, you know, masks and what they allow us to do, whether they're literal or figurative. And talking to I don't think she knows, like some aspects of that conversation. Maybe I almost feel like she's like suspected him of being a vigilante, possibly even specifically Daredevil. Like, you know, her going like, you know, why don't I, you know, Jesus, sorry, I keep saying, you know, a lot. You know, you can set me up with, you know, with some interviews. She goes with Punisher because I kind of blanked on the fact, other than Hector, I was like, oh yeah, there was Frank, I forgot. And then he has represented Jessica before. She's not really a vigilante though. She's a PI. She's some things she's done that's kind of borders on the vigilante kind of spectrum. And apparently they work, I guess technically they, like, you know, in the public eye, Daredevil's like helped give them info. She mentioned, you know, that the Daredevil worked with him. This is gonna make things a little more complicated. Now that he's like presently gonna be Daredevil too, not just like he was before they met, and then stopped before then. Now he's like, it's gonna make things. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. This could be tricky. This could be very tricky. Yikes. But then we get also with the task force. Oh, anti-vigilante task force. I feel like that's a thing I've heard about in the comics, and I'm sure they've done that in other media as well. But I feel like this is specific to this whole situation. From what I've heard, like I haven't read the comic, any comics regarding Daredevil, but I feel like this is something Fisk's. I've heard Fisk tied to the anti-vigilante task force, and of course those guys, or at least includes I don't remember his name. I keep forgetting his name. The one cop that, or detective or whatever, that jumped Matt with his friend, along with the cop's friend, and now they're being given permission and legality, and they're not just doing it in secret now. It's like, yeah, put these, you're part of the mayor. Basically, the mayor's like, yeah, you're part of my task force now. I don't want you guys wearing masks. I don't want you guys hiding and being scared. But he also said no body cams. So, like, and the commissioner's not like, he's not on the board for this. He's like, these are the worst of the like the dirtiest of cops, basically. The way that they was talking about like Muse as a serial killer, it seems to be known, not to the public. Then these two girls they come to him, it's like, are you Muse? And it's like, do they know, is it not publicized like what he's for? Like, guys, man, I don't know. Maybe it's just like known that he's an artist, or that he's a, what is it, a graffiti artist, and maybe that's why they approached him as like, oh my gosh, you're famous, or your work's known, can we help spread the word, kind of thing. I don't know. It just feels like I thought that, considering that his name was out there, that they would that they know what he does. But maybe I know Fisk said we're not going to spread a word about it, so maybe it's not necessarily that it's. I mean, I know it's not public, and only Matt found out about it because of Cherry. But I don't know. I would. Maybe it's because I know from like the background, the stuff that's in the background that we're seeing, and with Fisk and everything. But I feel like I wouldn't trust. I'd be wary of this person. Maybe not. I don't know. Like if I didn't have the information that the public doesn't have. If I was as limited to information as the public is, then maybe I would think otherwise. But it so happens that I'm not. Or the audience is not. And I know serial killers a lot of times, like they they don't really have borders. They don't have what's the word I'm looking for? They don't have rule exceptions, or they don't have something that they'll kids like aren't what's the word I'm looking for? Jesus, exempt. They're not part of. They're outside of his. No, why can't I remember the word of it for his? Regardless, I don't know why I felt like maybe he wouldn't go for kids, but that doesn't seem the case here. I know she's in high school, but that's still a kid. She's like what? I mean, Jesus Christ, excuse me. I don't know. But no, she's like what? How old is she? Because she seems like she could be middle school. I don't know. Maybe they just look younger nowadays. I don't know. But they always look younger than when you're at high school and you're like, wow, did I look that small, that young? So I don't know. But regardless, kid. So I was just like, wow. I didn't think he would like straight up like go straight, at the very least go straight to just already just draining her blood. I thought I would like, leave her there, take some time. I don't know. Leave her there and go look for somebody else or something. I don't know. But I mean, I guess because of the fact that she found his spot, it's just like, well, I can't let her live now. I don't know. Not a code, but I can't think of the word. If anybody knows what I'm trying to say, maybe I already said it, and I'm just like for some reason, thinking that there's something else in my head. But whatever. Regardless, I was hoping he wouldn't start draining Angela. I'm wondering how Matt found her. Or did he just find like? He knows what she like. The scents that surround her, like a different kind of mixture of scents around her. I guess maybe he tracked her scent. Or because she wasn't screaming. I don't know. I'm glad he found her. But it was so cool just seeing like how like coming into it after all this time, kind of like primal he was in a way in certain moments, and we saw him like kind of like fighting off, or not fighting off, but just kind of fighting off, debating with himself and struggling still with maintaining being just Matt Murdock, the lawyer. I do like though that when he was praying, he was holding the photo of Foggy, kind of like he was sort of praying to Foggy, asking him for help, and doing this in his memory of just like, I'm going to maintain using the law, working within the confines of the law. I'm not going to be Daredevil. I'm not going to be vigilante. I'm not going to do what my friend didn't want me to do, because he, Foggy has always been kind of against him being a vigilante, even in the moments where he was supporting him, helping him. He was still, it wasn't his favorite thing about Matt. But yeah, I like seeing the struggle he had when he was praying through, the flashing back of like the moments of Foggy dying, and then going to the moments of, him dealing with like the different moments where he just kind of snapped, or where he had to do other things, like the moment where he snapped on the dirty cops, and then when he was stopping the bank heist. Yes, showing kind of like adding more to the build up of him finally letting go and being Daredevil. Like when he was calling the cops, he was about to call the cops to look for Angela, and then he basically disregards that idea, and then like he's still having them on the phone, and he's like, fuck it, and goes for I love it. Like the way he kind of went up to his place where he has his suits, almost felt like he was done. I think I said this during the reaction, like during the video episode, but like done with everything, done with the people, like not the people, but like the city not being able to help the city, and things happening, and no one doing anything to stop these things, and also being done with like himself in a way of just like done fighting it, or being so done with having to fight and being done with himself for giving in. I don't know. I had a lot going on in my head, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking things. But it felt really cool the way he was just kind of like going to the his costume area, and just kind of just seemed cool. I don't know. I'm rambling. There's stuff going on with Fisk as well. People aren't too keen, even though he's the mayor. I'm pretty sure like they're still kind of like aware of what he did, even though he's been cleared of all those things. Then we saw Jack. I wasn't going to see Jack in this. Like I'm pretty sure the vigilante that they were showing, that the one guy was showing on his phone, was Jack with a sword. It could have been Ronan, or it could have, but I feel like, I don't know, not Ronan, definitely would have been Ronan, or Clint. I feel like that had to have been Jack, right? Because we know what Jack can do. Let's see. Yeah, it seems like Jack. I don't know, like the kind of attire he's sort of got the gloves for fencing and everything, or at least similar. And we know Jack's a great swordsman. So, and again, we also see Jack later out of costume, if that's him, which I feel like that has to be. That's so funny. That's so awesome that he took up being a vigilante after all that, after what happened. And he's not like in. Let me look at this real quick before I go any further. Before I say anything else. Like this seems like, yeah, more street stuff too. Like, I don't know. It's really good. It's good if Jack's doing, if that's the case, that's Jack. It's awesome that he's doing that. And seeing him going against Fisk, as well, like it's like standing out to him. I hope nothing happens to Jack. He's funny. I hope we get more of him. Even though, I don't know. It's interesting that we get him. That one I can understand more of a crossover than the bit we saw. Even there wasn't a whole lot of Kamala crossover, Miss Marvel crossover, but I can see more crossover with Hawkeye, considering Fisk wasn't Hawkeye in the first place. Though Jack never dealt with Fisk at all. I don't think. I don't remember. I don't think so. I'm wondering what's going on with him and Vanessa. It looked like that they were. I don't know. It looked like she was almost. At first, I thought she was like kind of that they were working things out, but maybe I might be misreading things. But it felt almost like she was showing that she was taking things over. I don't know. Just because I don't know. because initially she was talking about like seemed like she was trying to help him of dealing with the actual politics of things. I don't know. Maybe I'm misreading things. I'm sorry if I am. If you guys understand better than I do, which you probably do, please let me know. Without any spoilers, if there's I've only seen like one of the trailers, so I try to stay away from as much spoilers as possible, so I don't know about any other stuff coming up. But yeah, if you understand that better than I did, please let me know. I'm sorry that it went over my head. I'm sorry. But yeah, Matt's back as Daredevil. Whether he's gonna be, I'm assuming. I don't know. It's kind of like it's like when you whenever you. Not to say that the way I don't know. It almost feels like it's an addiction with Matt, and for anybody that's like a vigilante, they always kind of make it seem like it's in a sense an addiction. And Matt's been holding off on this for like he's put it away for so long, for a year, but we keep seeing aspects of it break out, the way the cops at the bank and other kind of instances where he just kind of lets it out. And even during the fight, while he was fighting and while he was getting more brutal, when there was like a gap, like a small gap, he like lets out this cry, this primal shout, whatever, this rage. He just lets it out. We kept seeing aspects of that getting out, coming out, and then when you completely let it loose, it's just kind of hard to put that away. So I don't know if he was intending for that to just use that one time to help her out, or he when he opened it up again, knowing that once he's doing this, he's back. But that was a great 2 episodes. I mean, I'm excited, but I'm also worried because again, I don't know if maybe Fisk is going to do things a little more subtle in terms of and not just straight up out him as Daredevil. But if Matt does continue just doing this, just being like making Daredevil a normal thing now, and not just trying to put it away after saving Angela. It sounds weird. I don't know why Angela. Anyway, dealing with that, whether he can try to put it away or not. But Muse got away. I was a little worried that he was going to just straight up kill him. Worried not because I don't think that Muse doesn't deserve it, but I don't want Matt to cross that line, because once you cross the line, it's hard to pull back from it. Like he would push himself into it even like a deeper slump than he probably had been. And 2, it's just like once you do that first one, it's like you kind of start making excuses to take out the next and the next and the next, and that's just not what Matt's about. I don't want him to like destroy what he believes in. So I don't know. We'll see. I guess what happens with Fisk and everything, and then I don't know if Adam's alive. So I don't know what that. I mean, I guess he was giving him the chance to escape by trying to kill him. Didn't work out. But he didn't kill him. He didn't kill Adam after that. He just kind of dragged him back in the cell. So yeah, I'm not. I don't know. And what's funny, I love like the transitions, like whenever they kept going back and forth between them, like breaking out back into their usual antics. Like the one difference is like Matt's there, but it's in this one, and when it goes back to Fisk, it's like he brings Adam back into his cage essentially, and Fisk is in that cage with him. It's like he's trying to keep that part. He let it out, but he's trying to put it back. I don't know if they're gonna do the same thing with Matt, but like Matt, his scene ended with Angela. Why does it sound weird? Is that right? Anyway, I'm gonna be on that name for. I'm gonna look at it before the next episode. Yeah, great 2 episodes. Can't wait the next week, and luckily it's gonna be 1 episode because I know I'm gonna be up late editing these 2. But anyway, guys, that's it for this week's 2 episodes. Hope you enjoyed them. If you want to stick around for next week, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you want to be notified whenever those come out, go ahead and hit the bell. Use the bell icon to be notified whenever these come out. And let me know which setup you prefer. This one probably sounds better. I'm hoping. But yeah, let me know.